Good morning, guys! Ayun, binigyan ko muna ng time yung aking sound effect. Kasi feeling ko palagi na lang wala siyang enough time na mag-moment. Kasi nagsusunod-sunod yung aking sinasabi. Pero once again, maayong bunta. Good morning, good morning, good morning everyone. And let me greet you guys on this Thursday morning. Ayan, mag-eye to eye talk muna tayo. Sana ay okay po kayong lahat kung nasaan man kayo ngayon sa mundo. Of course, at sana po ay okay kayo mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and of course, financially. Ayun na. Siyempre, dapat financially din kasi yung stress ng tao, dahil daw yan sa wala tayong pera. Yung stress ng tao, ano lang daw ang kailangan yan, guys? Pera. So anyway, today is another amazing day. Thursday, of course, it's such a blessing to wake up, and it's such a blessing to be able to see the people we love, and that alone we are already very grateful, and we are already blessed. It's a big gift to have another day to see life, to see the world, to be with people that we love, and to enjoy small things na kaya nating i-enjoy. And time check natin, alas 10 ng umaga right now, and I am here at my Yumi Thailand closet. Of course, ang aking maliit na tindahan and one of the source of income ko as single nanay. And actually guys, I found this video. Anyway, I was saying, I recently found this video and I really wanted to say my thoughts about it. Alam ko marami din sa atin dito mga Filipino ang nakaka-relate, and you have also your peace of mind about, or you have, you know, comment or opinion about this whole thing. And alam ko itong topic na to, it has been there. Lagi na siyang floating, lagi na siyang nandyan, pero wala pa rin nagbabago. And finally, someone actually called it out, and itong someone na to ay si Vice Ganda. So, pinakita ng isang, dumaan siya sa newsfeed ko actually, and then I had to really listen about it. Kasi, somehow, I do relate sa topic, and I met a lot of friends who also had a lot of things to say about this. Yung sinabi nga ni Vice Ganda guys is bakit daw ang mga kapatid natin or mga kapamilya natin na mga OFW, mostly sa kanila talaga, they end up na hindi umaasenso, or they end up na kahit na taon-taon, 10 taon or isang dekada, or kahit they stayed in abroad almost all their life, bumabalik pa rin talaga na walang-wala. I'm not saying na lahat ng OFW ay ganun. I'm just saying na marami pa ring mga Pilipino yung talagang sobrang naghihirap. Kahit na nagsakripisyo sila na iwan yung pamilya para makapagtrabaho abroad. At yun nga yung sinabi ni Vice Ganda, kasi naging kultura nating mga Filipinos, naging kultura nating mga Pinoy na sumobra yung ating yung ating close family ties sa ating kultura, which is yung iniisip natin na ginagawa nating responsibilidad yung mga bagay na hindi naman dapat natin responsibilidad as sa ating pamilya, okay? Pero dahil nakatatak na siya sa ating nakaugalian and sa ating mga practices as Pinoy, dahan-dahan parang nagiging kultura na natin siya. So, sabi ni Vice Ganda dun sa video niya, most of the Filipinos daw na nag-a-abroad talaga ay umuwi pa din luhaan. Kasi nga, habang nagtatrabaho tayo sa abroad, o yung mga kapatid natin, mga kapamilya natin, kababayan nating mga OFW, hindi nila maisip-isip yung sarili nila dahil sa ang dami nilang iniisip na mga responsibilidad dito sa Pilipinas na hindi naman talaga dapat. Okay? So, merong na-mention si Vice Ganda na nagtatrabaho ka abroad pero kailangan mong magpadala ng pera para sa mga magulang mo, okay? Magpadala ng pera para sa mga kapatid mo, magpadala ng pera para sa mga biyanan mo, magpadala ng pera para sa mga anak ng kapatid mo, at kung sino-sino pa yung nilalagay natin na cargo natin o responsibilidad natin as OFW. To be honest with you guys, I have been an OFW for 13 years of my life. And ang number one na mistake or ang number one na iniisip kasi ng mga taga-Pilipinas, okay? Kasi no one can understand and no one can feel another OFW kundi yung isang OFW din. Kasi they felt it, they suffered, they lived the life of a person na kailangang iwan yung pamilya para maghanap buhay, para piliin yung mas malaking, at least salapi, mas malaking source of income. So I will never understand, or I don't believe that na ma-accept ko na sasabihin ng isang tao na nagstay lang sa Pilipinas na mayaman naman, or alam ko naman yung pinagdaanan ninyo sa abroad, alam ko naman kung anong pinaghirapan nyo sa abroad. You will never know. Hindi nyo maaabot yung level ng mental struggle, physical struggle, financial struggle, emotional struggle, at spiritual struggle na naramdaman ng mga OFW sa abroad unless ikaw mismo yung tutungtong sa aming mga sapatos. Okay? So, most of our family members or those people na nakikita tayo na nasa abroad, isa lang iniisip niyan eh. Maraming pera. Marami kang pera kasi nasa abroad ka. Marami kang pera kasi 10 years ka na sa UK, 10 years ka na sa Canada, 10 years ka na sa Japan. Uy, mayaman ka naman, pautang. Uy, bigyan mo naman ng ganito yung pamangkin mo kasi nasa abroad ka. Pabili naman yung pamangkin mo. Gusto niya ng iPhone, gusto niya ng bike, gusto niya ng computer, gusto niya ng, or magbigay ka na lang ng lechon. Ganun agad yung thinking. Okay? So, ako as OFW, let me share with you guys my life as OFW. Kasi somehow I am grateful and I feel fortunate na regardless kung gaano kami ka-close na mga kapatid ko, regardless kung gaano kami kalaki sa hirap, hindi ko nadaanan yung ganong klaseng bigat. Kasi I found that my family are more understanding than other families out there. Okay? So, sa 10 taon ko, or even the first few years, na ginugol ko nung lumabas ako ng Pilipinas, which is nagstay ako ng Thailand, the only part where I really felt na talagang responsibilidad ko is yung pagbayad ko na nagastos ng ate ko sa akin para makalabas ng bansa. Okay? I never had that feeling, or never kong narinig sa mama namin or sa kahit sa mama namin, kasi my father left us when I was 18. Namatay yung tatay namin dahil sa aksidente. And even so, si mama talaga yung aming source ng support pagdating sa pag-aaral. At saka scholar kami ng mga kapatid ko. So that helped a lot. Pero never kong naramdaman somehow na yung nanay namin ay pinush kami or inobliga kami na magpadala ng pera pagkatapos naming mag-graduate or nung nagkaroon na kami ng trabaho. I stayed abroad, I believe, after 3 years of being in Thailand, I had Kahil. So, nabuntis ako, pinanganak ko si Kahil. And even then, mas lalong hindi nila akong inobligang tumulong. Kasi alam nila na I am already a mother and I have a child. So, sa aming magkakapatid, nagkaroon kami ng nagkaroon kami ng mga instances na naghihingian kami ng tulong, pero it was never an obligation, and it never became a fight or a source of argument between me and my siblings na ako na lang lagi yung tinatakbuhan, porket ba't ganito, porket ba't ganyan. Hindi. Kasi sa family namin, whoever has the ability to help helps without being told. Okay? So, during our time, alam naman natin yan, si Madam Ten Gibbs talaga sa amin yung at least pinaka-decent when it comes to financial stand. Though alam ko maraming responsibility, maraming utang yan si Madam Ten Gibbs. Huwag niyong isipin na walang utang yan. Apakaraming utang yan. Ayan. Pero si Madam Ten Gibbs kasi, parang during that point in time, siya yung parang merong capacity. Though we tried our best na tumulong when it comes to expenses, hindi naman yung mga expenses na very, very selfish. Yung mga expenses na, for example, ay magbe-birthday si mama, or let's say, gagraduate yung isang kapatid, or let's say, na hospital yung isang kapatid namin, or let's say nanganak yung ate namin and kulang yung finances or may nangyari sa bata, ganito, ganyan, we try to help each other out without that kind of obligation. So somehow, I felt the culture of the Filipinos through the people around me na naging friends ko abroad. I would not say na inobliga ako ng family ko or ng mga kapatid ko, pero because Pinoy tayo na-instill na sa puso natin na tumulong. Tumutulong na tayo sa ibang tao, how much more sa kapatid natin, how much more sa sarili nating pamilya. So I do believe na yung mga Filipinos or OFW natin na tumutulong sa family nila, I know, meron ding mga cases na katulad ko na hindi inuobliga, pero parang may kulang. Alam niyo yun? Hindi ko alam ha. Let me know what you think down below, lalong-lalo na sa mga OFW dyan. Yung parang merong kulang, yung pag tumanggap ka ng sahod mo or tumanggap ka ng pera galing sa racket mo, parang merong kulang pag hindi mo binigay. Parang merong kulang pag merong, pag walang tao na nakatikim nung perang nakuha mo. Okay? Parang nagiging automatic siya sa ating mga Pinoy. Though alam ko, merong ibang mga Filipinos or OFWs na sobra-sobra talagang magbigay at meron namang mga pamilya or merong mga relatives na sobra-sobra namang makahingi. To the point na abusado na. Okay? So, I would say na yung sinabi ni Vice Ganda na sinusuportahan mo yung kapatid, iba pa yung mga anak ng kapatid mo, iba pa yung biyanan mo. Ganun. Tumatawa ako nung sinabi niya yun kasi I heard a lot of stories from my friends way back when I was still working abroad. And they are very stressed kasi yung pamangkin gagraduate, yung pamangkin mag-online online learning, walang cellphone. Yung bayaw, walang trabaho, kailangan kong padalhan ng panggatas ba? And I feel like parang ang hirap sa ating mga Filipinos na hindi magbigay kasi kahit nga, imagine guys, kahit nasa abroad ang mga ibang kababayan nating Filipino, kahit na walang-wala yan sila, magbibigay sila kasi nga nasa puso na nating Filipino talaga yung mag-share at magbigay. And marami sa mga Pinoy talaga yung umuuwi, minsan nga nade-depress pa, minsan nga nawawala na sa sarili kasi nga sobra tayong mag-isip para sa ibang tao. To the point na hindi na natin iniisip yung mga sarili natin. At tumpak naman talaga si Vice Ganda sa sinabi niya. Merong mga Filipinos na umuuwi na kahit na bahay wala, sariling bahay wala. Okay? Sariling sasakyan wala. Kahit anong klaseng investment wala. Kasi ang nasa utak ng Pinoy, hindi ko lang alam pero for me ang nasa utak naming mga OFW, nang nasa utak ko is matagal pa naman ako dito sa abroad matagal pa naman ako magtatrabaho. So okay lang, kaya lang. Tsaka na lang. Ganun na lang lagi. And then before you know it, 10 taon na pala yung dumaan at wala ka man lang kahit na isang maliit na lupa na na-invest. Ganon. So kaya nga, lagi kong sinishare sa inyo yung buhay ko. Nagpa-flashback ako paminsan-minsan sa buhay ko as OFW. Nakita nyo naman, hindi ako umiyak masyado. Pero kapag may mga tao talaga na nafe-feel ko, yung naiintindihan talaga ako to the deepest level, talagang hindi ko talaga napipigilan maiyak. Kasi somehow, every time I hear those words, I feel like lumalabas yung totoong pagod ko ba? Yung totoong pagod ko sa katawan, yung totoong pagod ko sa utak, which I don't show to people. I don't let somehow people see me na I am vulnerable. Pero some people can see that. Hindi ko naiiwasan. Meron talaga nakakakita, lalo na yung mga nakaka-feel na mga at nakakaintindi ng pinagdaanan ko. So, yeah, anyway, I am glad. I am blessed. I am still blessed knowing na I'm healthy and my kids are healthy. They are all with me. I find that as a very, very great blessing. And katulad ng sinabi ninyo, I have a support system. My family never judged me for the choices I made. And they never, turned their back on me, which is very amazing. I have people na they are strangers pero mahal na mahal nila yung mga anak ko. And it's still, meron pa rin mga positive and I'm happy.
Right. And it's like everybody has a story. And I was married for 25 years. And it took me, after the divorce, it took me 5 years to even tell anyone. Because I'm a very private person. You know, tapos, I didn't want to be asked questions, this, that, and the other, pero I had a good support team, and I think that's what's important when meron kang how do you say pinapagdaanan? Yeah, so ayun, so to even make that move, it was huge. You know, I'm just like, that's it. You know, I'm done.
That's true. That's true. It was really,
And
for me, it was,
usually people don't talk about it; they just do it.
yes.
You know, a lot of people. I don't know if you noticed. Like puno na ako. Iwanan ko na siya. This, that, and the other. People that actually do leave don't say anything. They just leave. You know, so I sympathize with you. I support you. I hope that, you know, continued, you know, strength. God, you know, will, anong tawag doon? Pero, you know, you're doing well, you know.
For me,
sometimes.
yes, that's true. It's really okay to break down sometimes. Pero ako kasi, I'm a big believer na if you have a very sincere intention in your heart and you don't really wish bad about other people, and I really do believe na if I just keep my focus on providing what is best for my children and me, I will never be zero. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I feel like it's really hard financially. I try to provide for my kids kasi nga ako lang naman talaga yung nagpo-provide. Pero it's such a blessing na at least meron pa ring dumarating kahit papano. So, okay lang. Push na lang ng push.
I mean, you're doing so much already. You're trying to keep that balance. You're trying to keep, and that's what people don't see. It's like, you know, I read some of those negative comments, but palagi kang trabaho ng trabaho. It's like they only see a portion of your life.
True.
You know, your video is like 30 minutes long or an hour long. They only see that portion. They don't know what you do the rest of the time, which is not fair to you. It's like,
ganun talaga kasi pagka vlogger. Pero what's good about my personality is I think I am very secured of the kind of person I am. I am secured and I trust who I am. I trust I trust my plans for myself and my children, that I don't really feel bothered about the bashers. Kasi at the end of the day, it's my children I have to feed. At the end of the day, it's the kind of money I get. So if as long as I get clean money, as long as, you know, I provide for my children and I provide for those people who takes care of us, I think I'll be fine. We will be fine.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad. I still don't know what's in the box. Unbox mo na?
Wala pa nga eh. We are planning to give another clue actually today kasi we really want to push for that game. I'm not sure. I was asking Miss Giselle what other clue can we give that is not very obvious but at least could help. So I believe by today we can give another clue. It's going to be a very I want it to be a fun month for everyone under Mayumi Thailand Closet and my page kasi it's my children's birthday, October, November, and December, and then November is my birthday, so I want to give that as a Thanksgiving kind of thing for all the viewers and the customers. Yes, so I really want it to be fun. I don't want to kill the fun, but I feel like it's too difficult right now, so we are going to get another clue and keep the game going, but it's okay.
That's good.
It's a good engagement.
Fun.
Yeah.
At saka alam ko sinabi mo sa vlog mo, hindi ka sanay sa buhok mo, pero that color is very, very attractive on you.
Thank you. I have been very close sa door. Nawala. I have been very hesitant of changing my hair color when I was younger kasi nga people could easily say it's not bagay, hindi bagay sa'yo, hindi ganito, ganyan. But then now no one can dictate me anymore. I will do what I want with myself and my hair, and I'm going to get over it. And I'm going to...
No, but I love that. It's beautiful. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Are you weird?
Thank you. No, it's not really. I love it. I love it actually. I learned how to love it. At first, I thought I did not like it. But then it's starting to get nice.
Very becoming.
Thank you so much. That's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, ayun.
Maraming salamat
so
po.
when am I gonna see the rest of the pictures?
Today. We will communicate with you today. In about 3 hours, we will be able to communicate and send you new photos. So just communicate with Miss Giselle which exactly you like. Do you like plain? Do you like printed? Do you like shorts? Do you like pants? Do you like dresses? So Miss Giselle can be guided kung anong photos yung pwedeng isend sa inyo.
Okay, and then I'll get my dad's address too. And then when
customer ko na to, most actually sa mga customer ko ay viewer ko sa aking vlog, sa aking Facebook. And katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo before, naging customer ko sila kasi they chose to buy from me kasi alam nila na, alam mo yun, pambili namin ng bigas ng mga anak ko. So, sobrang na-appreciate ko talaga kayo guys. Maraming salamat po. At ngayon nga, medyo nakalimutan namin na lunchtime na pala. So, nagpabili lang ako ng kay parts ng ulam. Nagpaluto ako ng kanin kay Miss Giselle. Kami manananghalian. Dahil ngayong araw, may inuto sa akin yung aking ate. Aming eldest sister na kailangan kong puntahan. Which is around, medyo malayo-layo din siguro mga 20 to 30 minutes away from here. Chikahan ko na lang kayo kung ano tong aking lakad mamaya. And yeah. I'll see you guys on today's episode. Tawa si Miss Giselle.
Flow number 4.
Anong problema mo? Ang laki yata ng problema mo. Anong problema ba?
Wala pang nakahula. My God, kahapon pa.
Anong game ba yun? Pa-share nga, patingin nga tayo ng game mo dyan. Kasi nagkaroon kami ng game for month of October to celebrate Mayumi Thailand Closet. Dahil birthday nga ni Chico ngayong buwan. Mayroon kaming game. Ayan. What's in the box? Nakasulat. Wait lang, ayun. What's in the box? So, ito yung box. Pinapahula namin kung ano yung nasa loob. Nagbigay na kami ng clue number 1, number 2, number 3, at number 4. Tama ba?
Yes.
Pero wala pa rin, guys. Pero binabasa namin yung mga comments. Sobrang nakakatawa. Dami ng comment dito eh. Umabot na ng 500 comments. Yung aming Facebook page. Ayan, hindi yan siya. Yung original na post. Wait lang. Si Ate Buji, ang ganda-gandahan, oh. Ayan, 480 comments and 84 shares. Maraming salamat po. Wala pa rin tamang sagot. Ha? Magbigay ka ng clue dito ng anong clue mo? Nag-start tayo sa letter G. First word starts with letter G. Second word ends with letter R.
Ay, madali na lang na.
Yes.
3 letters.
3 letters starts with letter G.
Then,
madali na lang.
Yes, G.
Wag na lang, instead na start with letter G, the last letter of the second word ends with letter R. Ganun na lang. Kasi pag G masyadong madali eh. Parang feeling ko makukuha na nila yun.
Yes, madali lang. Okay.
Sige na kayo para makabigay na tayo ng prizes. Okay. Anong gagawin nila para makasalit sila sa mga games natin?
Mag-ano lang siya, mag-like and share and favorite.
And favorite. Ang ating
Mayumi Thailand Closet.
Ituro mo naman doon na side. Turo mo. Eto. Dito na side sa gilid. Huwag doon. Sa likod.
Ayan,
sa gilid.
Sa gilid.
No?
Sa gilid.
Ayan ang gilid mo. Ayan. Ayan ang ating Facebook page. Hindi kasi sanay si Miss Giselle ng mga animation natin. So, once again guys, eto po sa gilid. Ayan. Follow nyo kami dyan kasi nagpapalaro kami. Sometimes we give away beauty products from Bangkok, Thailand. Sometimes mga apparels, damit, bags, at kung ano-ano pa. Sometimes naman cash. Depende. Once again, ginagawa namin to for Thanksgiving.
Nag-personal message.
Nag-personal. Padaog ako, madam, please. Sabi na personal message, madam, papanalunin mo na ako, please, sa laro mong yan. Sabi mo, sir, doon kami pipili ng winner sa comment section. Ano ba to si sir? Hindi marunong magsano ng instruction. Anyway, guys, nakakatuwa kasi this is our way na magpasalamat sa inyong mga viewers natin, mga customers natin. And kung meron kayong request na palaro, may request kayo na palaro or kung ano mang klaseng fun game dyan sa social media, gagawin din natin. Kasi syempre, masaya din ba minsan-minsan na hindi lang tayo laging mukhang pera. Alright? And of course, maraming magaganap ngayon sa mga pages natin sa social media. Both eto na page and this page kasi nga Burr months na. It's time to celebrate. It's time to appreciate people and thank them once in a while. So maraming salamat. And yeah, sana may manalo na guys kasi atat na kami ni Miss Giselle for the game number 2. So, ako alam ko yung reason kung bakit hindi. Kasi sa the last 2 years of my 13 years na buhay ko sa abroad, dun pa ako nag-start makapundar. Imagine losing 11 years na time na pwede akong magpundar kahit na maliit na lupa, kahit isang bahay lang, kahit na ano, wala talaga guys. Wala talaga. Kasi when it comes to negosyo, we tried to invest in business by the way, nung nasa abroad pa lang ako. Pero, yun yung isa sa mga bagay na natutunan ko, na pag hindi ikaw yung nag-manage ng negosyo mo, napakalaki ng chance na talagang babagsak. So, we tried, but then it did not work. It failed kasi maraming factor. Pero ang biggest factor nun is because hindi ikaw mismo or hindi ako mismo yung humawak sa negosyo. So, hindi ko alam anong nangyayari, hindi ko naiintindihan yung challenges, hindi ko nararamdaman yung takbo ng negosyo. In short, hindi ko siya napag-aralan at hindi ko alam anong nangyayari on the ground. So, that failed. Hindi ako nakapag-invest when it comes to property. Lupa, bahay, property, kahit anong klaseng property, wala din. Kasi, I had that mamayana mentality or yung mindset ko sobrang mali. So, I'm not blaming the last 11 years of my life to anyone else. I'm not blaming it to my mom. I'm not blaming it to my sisters. Maybe I'm blaming it to the society kasi hindi kami tinuruan ng financial literacy. Hindi kami tinuruan na, alam nyo yun, ito dapat priority mo to, priority mo yan. Kasi akala mo 10 years is a long time, pero before you know it, 10 years is over. So wala akong kaalam-alam when it comes to financial literacy. In short, jogsak ako dun guys. I did not see the most important part or the most important need ng isang adult sa adult life, sa adult world. Hindi ko na-realize na it's better for me to buy or get a property 10 years ago kaysa bumili ng property ngayong mga panahon na to. If I have realized that one noong 10 years back, noong first 3 years ko sa Thailand, that was 2011 to 2014, siguro meron na akong ilang lupa ngayon. Siguro meron na akong at least mga bahay na maliliit ngayon. Pero hindi eh. I did not have that mindset. My mindset was to have fun. My mindset was to eat. My mindset was to shop. My mindset was to own something small, something short-term, which was and were extremely wrong. Kaya nga pag may mga nakikilala akong mga estudyante ngayon and I see that they are very responsible, they are focused, they are persistent, they have this kind of literacy knowledge in them, I try to educate them by telling them what I did wrong. And I hope and I really regret ano yung mga na-regret ko sa buhay as OFW or as someone na may trabaho. So, I would like to share this with you. Kung may mga nanonood tayong mga estudyante dyan or may mga anak kayo dyan na estudyante pa lang, gagraduate pa lang o kakatanggap pa lang ng trabaho, know your priorities. Read books about financial literacy. Read books about investment versus liabilities. Educate yourself on where and how to spend your money. Guys, before it's too late. Okay? Know kung saan napupunta yung pera ninyo ngayon habang bata pa kayo. Do not be like me, na 10 years nang lumipas, doon ko lang na-realize guys, kahit isang bahay, wala talaga ako. Ganun kahirap. And I really admire my sister, Madam Ten Gives, for that because she had the financial literacy at a very young age of 11. I believe even younger. She was already very knowledgeable about money. She knows how to double the income, triple the income. If 4 times yung income, alam niya ang losses niya, alam niya kung saan yung i-invest yung pera niya. Madam Ten Gives for me was a really a model. I look up to her when it comes to business and money. And I'm not shy, I'm not ashamed to say that. She's really street smart. And I know all my siblings will say yes to that. Ayan. And of course, like I said, I would like to end this statement and this vlog with this simple statement na time can pass really fast. Do and organize your priorities in life as early as possible. Okay? Bago mo pagsisihan, bago mawala yung panahon, bago mo ma-realize na sana ginawa ko to 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago. And spend your money wisely kasi pinaghirapan mo yan eh. Know what is the great ang dami ko na tuloy advice. Know what are the great investments or what are the great ways to spend your money. You will have your own priorities, you will have your own decision, but at least you are knowledgeable. Hindi ka blind katulad namin. Okay? At least you have still this chance right now. So once again, you guys, I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things to share when it comes to financial literacy based on my experience and my sister's experience. Pero I will tackle that with you guys on the next episodes of my life. Again, maraming salamat for being here. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think sa nangyari at nasabi ko sa episode na to. I am very excited na mabasa lahat ng mga comments ninyo. Pag nag-like at nag-heart po ako dyan sa inyong comment, ibig sabihin basang-basa ko po kayo. Maraming salamat. I love you and I'll see you on the next one. Much love, Princess Higa.